What up? It's your boy Spankdog, aka Puffinstein at YouTube. Like, comment, share, subscribe. You already know. What's up, everybody? Good morning to y'all. You already know, man. Um, um, everybody has their little catchphrase. I keep it simple. I just say, the intro and then just be like, you already know. If you wonder what that's about. Um, First things first, man. You speaking to you're watching rather a guy who's all about being a good human being and helping people. That's what I want to get out the way before everything. Now, I woke up this morning and I seen, every morning when I go to my YouTube and I see my feed, it's filled with the celebrity hoopla, how people are just being like like crazy, you know what I'm saying? And I looked this morning, I see a video and it says Meek Mill, something about him being in tears, and I'll tell you exactly what it says. You know what I'm saying? I don't play no games. I want to always make sure that I'm accurate. When I say I don't play no games, I mean I'm accurate. You know what I'm saying? If I calm down, it's just to catch a little puff real quick. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna stop the can for a second, but I'm still right here. I ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna stop this just for a second. I try to keep it real with YouTube. As much as people want to try to diss YouTube and everything and complain about not being able to, curse and freedom of speech. And listen, man, a lot of you people, yeah, you people, including me, like I haven't gotten to the bag yet. You get what I'm saying? As far as YouTube, I've gotten to the bag before. But what I'm saying is with YouTube, I haven't really, killed it like that yet. So but I want it to be organic. I don't want I don't want to come up here and say, man, if I don't do this, I'm not gonna take off like I want to. If it goes against my morals, nothing comes before my morals. So, and y'all guys might think that it's not a real thing. It's a real thing. You know what I'm saying? My pops, he was a legend in Bedford-Stuyvesant, which is a hard place to be a legend in. You know what I'm saying? And on Ralph Avenue between Putnam and Jefferson, you can ask anybody over there who my pops was. His name was Johnny Lopez. And they called him Johnny Low. You know what I'm saying? In a neighborhood where you couldn't wear jewelry really because they would take you for yours. My father wore his jewelry every day. He had a car that looked like a Bentley. You know what I'm saying? But it was, he had a nice car always. So they were always, people would call his cars limos. I didn't get that though because the Buick didn't look like a limo. It was dark and but like people just the cherry red and white Cadillac was beautiful, and when it was the year it was released and he bought it, like people were like, oh my God, look at that car. You know what I'm saying? The guys from the block will co-sign this. There's no doubt about it. You go to Ralph Avenue between Putnam and Jefferson, 309 Park, Patchen, Howard, all those blocks, and I'm not talking about the youngins over there right now. Of course not. My pops would be 70 right now if he was alive. My pops died when I was like 20 years old. So like I didn't have much support as far as jumping out the nest or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I learned that if you don't go get it, it ain't coming. What's crazy though? There's been times where I've ran up on people that I love to death, and because I was young, when I was young, I was tearing it up, and I would come and put money in a person's hand, and they couldn't believe what I had done. They would be like, "All this? You serious?" I would look at them like, do I look like I'm playing with you? They'd be like, but I never did nothing. I mean, we've been friends. I'll be like, it don't matter. You my brother, and you not doing well right now. And I don't mean literal brother, even a brother from another mother. Like it's like that. So, and they've been like, Spank, you too much. You know what I'm saying? Like you different. You know what I'm saying? And I see a lot of people on here trying too hard, man, taking cracks at people about how they are. Like you see my title, you see Jay, Kanye, Cat, Diddy. We are gonna talk about them, but I will say nothing is solid. Yo, what up, Matt? It's my dude right there. Matt Ritchie is a good dude, man. You know, big salute to Matt Ritchie. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna put your. I don't know if you could do it here. Yeah, why is that? That's so silly. Give me 1 second. Um, how's everything going with you, Matt Ritchie? How's your morning? Edit, remove you on YouTube. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it shaking this morning. I'm gonna let y'all. I'm gonna try to let y'all in as much as I can without playing myself. You know what I'm saying? All right, cool. We go with that. So, I want to check if I could do something with the post. There it goes. That's what's up right there. All right. Yeah, I'm glad you're doing fine, brother, man. If you're doing fine, I'm doing all right too. You know what I'm saying? We close with the yeah. It's an echo when I go to the other channel. Yeah, I'm glad you're doing fine, bro, man. So, but what I was saying was that my pops used to be with a guy named Monty, and Monty had a brother named oh man, I get it confused. I believe it's Wink. If Wink, if you ever see this, man, my brother be looking for you, man. You know what I'm saying? So Monty, his name was Lamont Valerie. You know what I'm saying? He's another legend from over there, and he was a monster with his hands. He could have went boxing pro probably. At least 4 Golden Gloves. And they emmed him across the street from my house. He got into an argument with some dudes, and you know, he he did something to the guy, if you get my drift, you know what I'm saying? And the guy left, came back with another guy, and they emmed him. And that's my father's right hand man, you know what I'm saying? So I just don't want y'all people to think like I'm up here trying to perpetrate something it's not. We official. You could tell I don't really be trying to throw my resume out there like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many stories I got for you guys. I just don't want to be blowing up other blocks in Bushwick and stuff like that, blocks in Ridgewood. Because like I really like got the lowdown on a lot of stories out there. But like I said, I just don't want to telling people stories that aren't mine. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, big shout out to the whole Bushwick, all the way from Schaefer to Jefferson, and not Jefferson by Cornelia, Jefferson by Troutman. You know. Um. So, but what I was gonna say is like what's going on in Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the kind of person that's gonna be like, I know for sure this and this and that, but I'm gonna put you up a little bit on the stuff I've been seeing and hearing, and I'm gonna do a mega piece. It's gonna be my first like real solidified the Drake and Kendrick one that I did. It's how I like it, but it doesn't have any visual footage with movement in it. You know what I'm saying? So I want to do the next piece, which will be my second piece ever. I don't know. It's not really about time. I want it to take as much time as it needs to take. You know what I mean? But it's gonna be on all this, and there's still more coming. So it don't even make sense to write nothing yet. Like, I'm okay with taking a while to put it together because as I'm doing it, there's gonna be more info flying in. And we talking about everybody. None of y'all are safe. Oprah. If I name somebody and it sounds like they're on the good end of things, is because they are. Like I'll name the good and the bad. So when I say Monique, she's not the same thing as if I said Diddy. Diddy's negative. Monique is positive right now. Shannon Sharp, positive. Cat Williams, positive. Jay-Z, oh man, he's from Bed-Stuy too. And it's crazy because really, to be 100% honest with you, I love the style. I love that I'm Puerto Rican, but my being Boricua, my being from the style doesn't trump righteousness. You know what I'm saying? It's good versus evil, and you know what side I'm on. People be talking all this reckless stuff, but then when they get locked up or they get hit up, they're sorry. You see them in the hospital bed talking about, I don't want to do this no more. You see them in the jail cells talking about, if I had it all to do over again, man, in the moment I wasn't thinking. Don't wait to be in that position to stop. This is a OG talking to y'all youngins. You know what I'm saying? This is a different kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a real OG telling y'all don't end up in that spot and then be sorry. Look at things from a perspective where, positive isn't lame. When you're an adolescent, everything that your parents tell you, everything that's good, school, um, 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 not committing crimes, staying away from drugs, all that stuff is like, you crazy, like you don't know nothing. I know everything. And meanwhile, to be honest with you, think about this. How does a 14-year-old, 13-year-old, even I've seen even 12-year-olds and 11-year-olds hit their moms, even while out on their pops, just crazy. People are saying Tupac is still alive. Do you believe it? No. No. If I would say that it can be, I wouldn't say that neither. But I would say nah. If you ask me, like if you put a gun to my head and said, is Tupac alive or dead? Make your answer. And it's got to be the one that you really believe. I believe he's dead. That's like not used like there's not they are no, it's a good question too because it addresses the fact that every time somebody popular dies, they say that he faked his own death. So, like, we've had a lot of famous people pass away. They all fake their deaths just because they're super famous. I mean, super famous people have died, more famous than Tupac. um, nah, I don't think Tupac's alive. But like I said, I'm not the end all be all. There's a chance he's alive. And look, man, like I said, in the '80s, I would have the '90s, the even the 2000s, even the 2010s, I would have told y'all, get the F out of here with that alien crap. Ask me how I feel about it in 2024. I wouldn't say get out of here with that alien crap. I'd be like, they're starting to convince me. I never thought the day would come where they would start to convince me that aliens just might be here already, not coming. And then you see all these light shows. You know how much money it costs to make a light show like that? And you're telling me that they're doing 10,000 light shows to fool the public, to play pranks, hoaxes? Who the hell is this? It looked like there's how you call it, an island in the sky in one of the videos. First of all, how do you work that? Effects wise, CGI wise, and especially that gotta cost bread. The stuff that I've been seeing on camera, they can't manipulate unless they're dropping tons of dollars. And some of these people that captured the videos, they don't got no money to make a $10,000 video to pull a hoax on everybody. We're talking about there's got to be like 10,000 videos of stuff in the sky. Like on land, I could understand people saying it's a hoax, but in the air, who's going up in the air 10,000 times to pull a hoax and spending all this bread, all these different people you're telling me, all these light shows we've been seeing? Place, it looks like it's crazy. Then they're talking about we living in a matrix. You live on Lake Erie? That's crazy. Just the name of the lake, Erie. But I know that's part of the 5 Great Lakes. That's part of Lake Ontario, Lake Erie. I forget the other 3 real quick, but Matt Ritchie writes, I live on Lake Erie and I have seen some weird stuff in the sky. I do believe in aliens. Yeah, you ain't the only one. I believe in aliens too, but I'm not the same as you. I don't live in. Yo, Matt, where I'm at, buildings are everywhere. So, like, for you to say that you live like somewhere that's what do they call it? Rural or suburban? I forget. It's rural, I believe. But if you live in a rural area where there's tons of trees and wildlife and everything, I used to say that I wanted to go out there so bad for the peace, tranquility. I used to like the wildlife. But now with all of this stuff where if you're in a forest by yourself, it's not a good look. All this alien crap, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I wouldn't I would advise highly against hiking right now, especially at odd hours in areas that have nobody around. I mean, I survived on A&E, that TV show. You guys remember that TV show on A&E, I Survived? That was one of my favorite shows. You know how many times somebody went off to a place like the woods by themselves in that show and end up almost dying? First of all, because they're solo. Second of all, the woods and places like that, you can't anticipate what's going to happen. I've seen people fall off cliffs because they didn't see that the edge was right there. I've seen crazy stuff. I've seen bees. I've seen a guy hit a beehive and they almost get killed, the family, from bee stings. So, like, listen, also the title, I want to stick a little bit to the title. I brought up Diddy, Jay-Z, Kanye, and Cat, right? We're going to go past that. I got to go to my history because that reminded me of what I've been really. Oh, Irv Gotti and Fat Joe, and Nelly. That's Nelly's girl, bro. Irv, ain't nobody saying that you ain't have a relationship with her. Fat Joe, I don't know if you were crushing on her. You know what I'm saying? Fat Joe right now is under fire for being a skinflint with money. Literally, the accusations are, I will see Fat Joe. This is coming from Remy Ma and Cuban Links and TA. These are his right-hand partners talking about, when it comes to money, Joe is no good. Now, this is not me saying it. And to be honest with you, the way things look, it looks like they're not lying. You know what I'm saying? TA is his ghostwriter. That's another thing that hurt me because Fat Joe, I was one of the guys that would be out there and they'd be like, who you think's some of the best rappers? So when they would say Lil Wayne was better than Fat Joe, I'd be like, get out of here. You remember Lil Wayne, the way he sounded at the beginning? He didn't even, like, when he was with the Hot Boys, his rhymes were crazy, like not crazy good, crazy bad. But he got better. If you hear Wheezy right now, he rhymes like Nas compared to the way he used to rhyme. But still, at the time, he was just starting to get better. I didn't know Fat Joe might have had that kid T.A. writing for him. And like when what's I Make It Rain, like when stuff like that was coming out, I Make It Rain. There's a few of them. What's Love with Ashanti? That's my joint. You know. So, but like what's Love and Make It Rain and even a few others. If 300 Brolic and Lean Back, if he didn't write none of those, he's not even a great rapper. You know, What's Love, um, 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 the other one I just said, Lean Back and 300 Brolic. Those are some of his best songs. If he didn't write those, the guy that wrote them should be the one that's popular. You know, and P. Diddy, he was never a good MC. Yo, P. Diddy fooled everybody. Listen, I'm gonna tell you a story, right? When I was young, there used to be a girl, right? And she was my friend, you know what I'm saying? I thought she was pretty at the time. And they told me they went to go see Diddy. So, I wasn't tripping like that, but since I had a bit of a crush on her when I had said oh word, you went to see Diddy, and she said, yeah, I grabbed his butt. Now mind you, this she's like 16, 17, 18 at the time. I'm like, why'd you do that? You know what I'm saying? And I couldn't help it. You know, when you're young, you're like that. So like I was a little jealous. So I'm like, why'd you do that? And she was like, because it was P. Diddy. You know. Now I bet you if you asked her that story, she wouldn't be as proud as she was that day telling it. But this is okay, man. This is a long time ago. This is 32 years ago, 30 years ago. You know what I mean? 25 years ago. I don't know the exact, but it's got to be 25 years ago or longer. People change. I'm sure she's not the little girl that would grab a man's butt because he's famous. You get what I'm saying? But Nelly don't look bad in the situation. Even Irv don't look too bad. Irv told his little story. He don't look like he's sweating her like that. And Fat Joe, the thing with Fat Joe is that he keeps saying he never looked at her butt. He always looked at her like a sister. Like if that's the case, you don't even gotta say it. If I got a girl, right, and she's like a sister to me, I don't even never even say that. If she's like a sister to me, first of all, I never come on to her. Second of all, anybody messes with her, I'm knocking them out. That's a sister. A sister, not somebody that you think is attractive at all. That's disgusting. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it official. If you're a straight man, you find um 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 stuff that's not heterosexual gross by nature. You're a man. You know what I'm saying? And you like women only. So when you see a guy and another guy, it's beyond awkward to you. But it's not no hate on the gay community or nothing like that. Especially, listen, I never hated nobody. But it started to become less like shocking as the years went by. But I never had a problem with a gay person unless they hissed at me. It's happened once or twice, but that's when it's like your homie. Like you about to get yourself hurt, you know. I ain't even gonna have to touch you. Like my wolves is gonna get you. You know what I'm saying? Cut it out. Cut it out. You don't know what you're doing to yourself. We're gonna end up running up in that beauty salon and beating you with a barber chair. So, but anyway, yeah, as long as if you listen, man, if you are not heterosexual and you carry yourself with class and you are a true respectful human being with love in your heart, you'll be fine. Like I told everybody, it wasn't the guy said it. That guy, what's his name? Reggie Wright. The guy that was involved, he was a cop at one time. I think he was hit off for something during the Biggie and Tupac beef. He was involved somehow. I'm not gonna say nothing because I don't know the facts. But what I just said, that is true. It had something to do with that. But I lost my train of thought. But it's all good though. What I was gonna say, just like you gotta love people for who they are, not for how much money they got. Like yo, like I could understand famous people saying stuff like, you didn't want to hang with me before. Now I got money, you calling my phone left and right. Right now, right? I'm doing fine. You know what I'm saying? And thank God it has to do with something I pulled off a while ago. I was smart enough to, make it last, but it's getting to the point where I'm gonna have to figure something out. That's why I'm on YouTube trying to make something pop, but organically, not acting a fool. You see guys like Charleston White, that's a character. Charleston White is a character. He's no good. You understand what I'm saying? He tries to be righteous in a wrong. How can you be righteous in a wrong way? That's a contradiction in itself. You can't be righteous if you're doing stuff like Charleston White is doing. Ain't no righteous man that's against gangs, let's say, but acting that way. You know what I'm saying? He's a sucker, man. I seen him get pressed, and he knew that this was the first time there was no all his chihuahua barking wasn't gonna do nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying he won't get at you. I'm not saying he won't. He'll do some foul stuff to you. And I'm talking about weapons or whatever. But what happened is no names mentioned. I'm not gonna mention the guy. You could look it up and find it. The guy put him in a no-win situation, and he started talking to him. And now Charleston realizes he's in a no-win situation. At least that's how they portrayed it. And he starts to cop a plea, just like a sucker would do. You know how a guy got a big mouth, and you catch him, and you like, yo, son, you was talking really spicy, like we're gonna make good on that now. We're gonna see if you're gonna keep that same energy. If you're about that shit you was talking. They fold. They fold almost all the time. Don't even waste your time. If somebody does some stuff that gets you that heated, count backwards from 10. And don't even sweat it. Most likely if you run up on him on some bullshit, he's gonna fold. And then there's a couple of dudes out there that'll take you up on your offer. And there's other guys out there that are just lunatics and it could go left. Bad for you. No matter how tough you are. That's life. You know what I'm saying? But Charleston White's no good. Homie, if you really want to help people, you know what I'm saying? Like even me, I'm accepting messages about doing help in New York. If anybody really wants to go where, listen, I used to be on Broadway in Myrtle. Look, if you look at first of all, big shout out to Brooklyn, New York, Queens, New York, the 5 boroughs. I'm going to get on my New York stuff right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you see the picture? I'm going to show y'all. Let me see something. All right, we're going to go to my channel. I want to see if I could get up the bigger picture. Yeah. All right, guys. You see that picture right there? That picture right there in the background for all you people that want to know about Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? That is Brooklyn. That's Basement Click in Brooklyn, Broadway and Myrtle. Behind them is Bedford Stuyvesant, Williamsburg. That's by Woodhall. But it's like the stops before. That's where the J train and the M train. You could catch both of them, and that's my team right there. And we shot Where Your Heart At, riding the train to Broadway and Myrtle. So if y'all people want to get, y'all guys want to get a good glimpse at Bushwick, Bedford Stuyvesant, Broadway and Myrtle, the M line, the J line in New York, go check my video out. Where your heart at? We're on the M train going to Broadway and Myrtle. We get off on Broadway and Myrtle, and we shoot scenes on Broadway and Myrtle. And like I said, the picture to my YouTube channel is Broadway and Myrtle. These people in the background, that right there is Broadway and Myrtle. We literally got out the train, walked to the back of the station, and that's the back of the station. You know, I've been in Brooklyn and Queens my whole life. My father had me in the Sty for 8 years. Then I moved to Ridgewood, Queens, which is a better neighborhood, but it's the borderline of Bushwick, Ridgewood. So it's lit too at the same time. It's better. Less chance of some shit popping off, but you know, it could get greasy out here too. Then when my pops passed, I was forced to move to Bushwick, back to Bushwick. Nah, there's no Amtraks. If you got to go all the way to, I mean, of course you could end up at an Amtrak, but I could get to an Amtrak though probably pretty quick. What I would have to do is the M and the L are right by me. What I would do is jump on either the M or the L, ride it into Manhattan, and then I think I would have to transfer to another train when I get to like Union Square, where the Warriors meet in the movie. Remember the Warriors when they meet in the movie? I mean, yeah, when they meet in the movie at Union Square. Well, you transfer at Union Square to go uptown, and when you hit like 32nd Street, that's Penn Station. Is it? I think it is. Yeah, I think 42nd is just 40 Deuce, and I think 32nd Street, 33rd Street, that's Penn Station, I believe. That's the intersection of all the buses, trains leaving to other states, and that's if I got it exactly correct. There's another bus depot in Jamaica, Queens, on Archer. So if you go to Jamaica Avenue and you walk a block down, there's a giant bus depot, and that goes to all sorts of places also. But Amtrak, nah, there's you know, the Amtrak would take you into Manhattan, I would believe, but that's something you better off Googling. Like if to get to New York, you would have to take an Amtrak. I don't know the exact. You'd probably end up in Manhattan when you're done, and then have to take a train to whatever part of the city you'd want to go to. You know, you got the M train, the J train, the R train, the N train. You got the whole alphabet. You know what I'm saying? So, but you know what I was saying about Charleston White is, if he really wanted to do good, you know, he would be organic. You know, I'm not mad at them. These all you got to understand: society, the state, the government. They got it set up where you got to pay rent. They got it set up where if you don't work a 9 to 5, pretty much you're a bum. So really, like you know, freedom, free will, free choice in the world that I live in. Nah, I bucked the system. You know, I don't, like I said, I tell you guys, there's some stuff to the story that I just can't really get into. So like, you know, just know that there's nothing systematic about me, you know, but I've never been lazy. I'm a hard worker. So just know that, you know, I've never been lazy. I've never hurt nobody that didn't have it coming. I've hurt people, but they had it coming, you know, and for the few times I fought with a friend or two, that don't even count. You don't fight with your friends. You know what I'm saying? You don't throw up your hands with your friend. The last time I was gonna fight with a friend, I had never done this before. I've been in so many altercations, arguments, beefs. I've seen the things come out. Oh man, many times, many times. My team yanking them out, the other team yanking them out. It don't even be involving nobody that we're with, and still they come out, and you gotta run. I mean, I was out there, man. The square, all my people from the square, man. Everybody that used to be over there, all the TCF brothers, all the GAO brothers, all the even I got super love for some of the brothers from TMP. You know what I'm saying? I had a couple of friends from over there by where the MSD dudes used to be at, and I got like Big Rich. Big Rich was like a OG dude from that spot, and I loved Rich. You know what I'm saying? But like the way Charleston's doing what he's doing, he's not doing it right. If you really care about positive and you don't like negative, you don't go at the negative the way you're doing it. You're calling other people's, like, there's people that did bad that he got at their families. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I spent enough time on Charleston. They're saying that I just seen a video that said P. Diddy might have did something foul to Meek Mill. I'll leave it at that broad a statement, foul. And but then again, I don't know, because there's a chance that some of these people that say that it was like that, some of them are not telling the truth. Some of them, I'm not saying that they weren't put in a precarious position, but they didn't call it off once it started, if you get my drift. And I'm not saying Meek Mill is one of those people. Now, the craziest thing is the Jay-Z allegations. I won't even repeat them, because it doesn't look like it's impossible, but they're stretching for now. They would have to, it would have to be more for people to really start condemning people, and like I said, you're innocent until proven guilty. But like I said, right now, Jay-Z is getting dragged through the mud online, and I'm not really trying to jump on that topic yet. Because for me, it ain't no bandwagon. It's just about discussing stuff. You know what I'm saying? When y'all guys come in here, I don't want y'all to feel no sort of way. Yesterday, when I was talking about the Sonia Massey shooting, um somebody came in, and I could tell that he was leaning towards siding with the police that ended Sonia Massey's life. And when he came in, I started to peep that the first thing he said let me know that he was about to troll, probably. So I said to him, "You don't gotta troll." I said, if you don't agree with our point of view, then state your point of view respectfully, and you won't get booted. If you start doing silly stuff and saying stupid stuff, yeah, I'm gonna boot you. You ain't never gonna be able to enter the room. I'm gonna make it so when you post a comment, nobody's gonna be able to read it. So you wasting your time. That's all that's gonna happen to the trolls. I don't. I'm gonna. When I get bigger, like every now and then, I'll remove a stupid comment, but I'm not where I want to be yet. When it gets to the point where there's comments coming in left and right, I'm gonna leave negative and positive. Unless it's vulgar, like disgusting, then it gotta go. And that's not because I'm catching feelings. That's just because it's not appropriate. 48. I can't act like an adolescent no more. Sometimes you want to revert back to the ignorant stuff you used to do, and you like, yo, I'm a grown man. I can't think like that no more. I got a severely autistic 15-year-old that's nonverbal. I got a 15-year-old kid that can't speak a single word to me. I don't got no time for games. I'm a good person. I'm over here busting my butt trying to figure out ways to generate an income substantial enough to help all the people that I love, and make sure that somebody that I adore isn't beyond living check to check. I mean, about to be homeless, not eating right, like can't buy something good to eat because they're worried about missing the rent, being short on the rent. Like, those are the people I'm trying to help. All this stuff that's going on, these are all people that are spoiled. Let's say there's any sort of truth to what they're saying about Jay. Yo, why you don't go back to Marcy and give away some of that money? Point blank. Like, I'm here literally asking, not just you. Big shout out to Jadakiss. I seen what you did with G-Dep. He didn't know the cameras was on him. He didn't do it to get shine. And he seen G-Dep. G-Dep turned himself in and did his time for the crime he committed. Jadakiss seen him, walked up to him, and he gave him some help in the form of finances. There's nothing wrong with that. And I'm pretty sure G-Dep was on some like, yo, chill, you bugging. But I know Jadakiss a little bit as far as like seeing when I've been watching these guys since I was. Listen, man, I've heard Sugar Hill Gang on the radio. I've heard Rapper's Delight while it was on the radio. I'm talking about like when they premiered it. I remember going upstairs to my cousin's party. Big shout out to my cousin Marty. And we went up to Marty's birthday party, and I was like 5 years old. And I remember hearing the hip hop, the hip, 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 you don't stop rocking to the gang, gang boogie, say up, chuck the boogie, to the gang, gang boogie, say up to the boogie, the beat. Now what you hear is not a test. I'm rapping to the beat. See me, my crew. But anyway, and then like I tell people, we used to have Jam Master Jay and Run DMC, the single. We used to have the Hard Time single. Or it was the Jam Master Jay single, because they would give you a single and they would give you a song off the album that wasn't on single yet. So on the flip side would be an album non-single. So I think Jam Master Jay was the single. It could have, maybe it was Hard Times, but on the other side was the other song. I used to love Jam Master Jay. Then we had the Justice League turntable, and my brother used to cut and scratch on a bootleg turntable when we were like, I was like 5, 6, he was like 8, 9, and he can DJ now. Like, if you give my brother some turntables, he could cut. Most DJs know scratching is easier than cutting. I think scratching is just a jigga jigga jigga, and a cut you gotta hit the crossfader while you catch a part. But my brother's pretty good with the turntables, way better than me. And what was me? Oh, so but Jam Master Jay, may he rest in peace. He was one of the better DJs back then. When you heard Jam Master Jay, it goes Jam Master Jay, the big beat blaster. He gets better because he knows that he has to. In '84, he'll be a little faster, and only practice makes a real jam master. First make a count. 1, 2, 3. Jam Master Jay, Run DMC. Bam, bam, bam. And then you hear you hear Jam Master Jay destroying it. Big shout out to Terminator X2. He was one of the early DJs that was destroying it. I've watched World Supremacy contests. I remember when the guy with the Superman T-shirt was in it. I remember I forget, was it Plastic Man? Yeah, So, but anyway, like, I love hip hop. I know that stemmed from me saying I know Jadakiss. I don't know him, but I've been watching Jadakiss from the moment that he appeared to the public as a rapper all the way till now. And from what I've seen from Jadakiss, he's official. You know what I'm saying? And when he ran up on G-Dep and blessed him, it was from the bottom of his heart. And I don't think he realized there was a camera on him. You know what I'm saying? I want to shout out my dudes in rap right now, bro. Like I mess with Papoose. I mess with my son. Loaded Lux, I mess with because I know of how nice he is lyrically. Him, like my son and Papoose, I know their character a little bit. I don't try to act like I know a person's character from seeing them on, in the public eye, but sometimes you can get an impression of how a person is, even though the camera's on them. Sometimes, even though a camera's on a person, they can't hide their true colors. Busta Rhymes is letting me down. I thought he was one of the people that it's like this thing going on with hip hop. It's like the steroid era in hip hop. Like, remember the steroid era in baseball? Well, that's what's going on in hip hop. Has gotten to the point where there's like the guys who did do and the guys who didn't do. And big shout out to the guys that was able to keep it G while you were under the stresses and pressure of the music industry. Big shout out to Cormega. Big shout out to my son. Big shout out to Papoose. Like I said, I like Sirius Jones and Math Hoffa, even though they had that thing. I hope that's dead. Um, um, there's just too many to name. There's a lot of good people out there, and then you got your guys like Leo Cohen. And I don't think Leo did things like, I don't know because I'm not there, but I know this. I remember when I was young and I heard The Gas Face by Third Base. I remember at the end, MC Serge going, because we would listen, because at the end, Serge starts naming people who get the gas face. I think he says Vanilla Ice gets the gas face. He goes, somebody else gets the gas face. But then at one point he goes, Elroy Cohen gets the gas face. So I always wondered who Elroy Cohen was. And then a couple of years after the gas face was released, I started hearing about a big time record executive on his way to being like president of record labels, and his name was Lyor Cohen. Now in my head I said, I never heard of Elroy Cohen after Search said that, but I'm hearing Lyor Cohen. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's who Search was talking about when he said Elroy Cohen. Now, I don't know this man. I know better than to gaslight people or what do they call it in court? Defamation, to defame people. But he just gives off that impression as a no nonsense businessman. But I mean no nonsense to the point where he comes off like a nasty, like all about money kind of person I wouldn't really mess with. Like, there's people on here that say things that they don't mean, but I'm here telling you that when I come on here is to express myself. This is therapy for me. I hope I can make money off of YouTube, but do I look beat up? You know what I'm saying? I seen this other guy the other day. He's like, because I'm watching ABBA. I'm gonna shout them out. ABBA and I'm gonna tell you the other guy's name right now. We're gonna shout them out. We're gonna shout their channel out. Because you know what? When you watch these shows, you get good vibes and you get bad vibes from people, even if they're not famous, even if they're trying to become famous. And I'm gonna tell you who I'm talking about right now. I try to keep references near me at all times on my screen, on my phone. So this way, there's no silence, there's no gaps in the commentary, because this is live, and live is not easy. I could easily go pre-record and then go run it through CapCut, edit it, remove anything I don't like, and then present it to y'all. What you seeing here right now, if if God forbid something bad happened, I could get sick right in front of you and collapse. You know what I'm saying? Like this live. And I choose to do it because I like the challenge. I want to see if I could be on my P's and Q's to the point where I can even perform almost perfectly without being pre-recorded. So like I said, I keep references around, and I'm gonna tell you these guys' names right now. I've been watching them a lot. ABBA and Preach. All right, so like I said, I'm not a big time YouTuber, but I am shouting out ABBA and Preach right now. I watch ABBA and Preach, and you should check out their channel. They are about politics somewhat. They talk about red pillars, and I'm with them on that. I'm about democracy. I believe they're on the same page. I think they believe people are too uptight too sometimes, and I didn't base it off of whether they were uptight or loose. None of that. It was just authenticity, and it's spelled ABA space the letter N space preach, like a preacher preaches. So it's ABBA, ABA, letter N, preach, like 3 words. And that's because I really think these dudes are on the good team. You know what I'm saying? They say stuff that like I watch the Young Turks because they say stuff that makes sense to me. So, but when I watched ABBA and Preach, I got that vibe too. Like we were on the same page. But I didn't want to jump the gun and start, shouting them out and then say, "Oh, I regret it. They're saying stupid stuff now." The taller, skinny guy is very, very. Not that the other guy ain't intelligent, but the tall, skinny, dude. I'm gonna take a little drag real quick. I'm gonna calm down, but I'm still here. I'm gonna keep talking. So the tall, skinny guy, man, he comes off so intelligent. I mean, he don't even come off intelligent. He is intelligent, And the other guy is very intelligent also. He speaks in Haitian sometimes. I believe it's Creole, or French, whatever. He speaks in another language sometimes, and I'm pretty sure that the one of the languages I named is correct. But like, he's funny too. Like it's like they play off each other well, and like I said, the tall, skinny one is very, very smart. He's a very deep thinker. And then the other guy, he's a little shorter, he has dreads, and he's very intelligent too. Very intelligent. You know what I'm saying? And they're new on the scene. So I just figured I'd give them a shout out real quick. I mentioned them the other day because I had told y'all some of my favorite channels like House of Highlights, Mike Corzemba, because I'm into basketball. We're gonna, like I said, we're gonna jump around like House of Pain in this channel. There will be no boxed in. This is a general channel. And 1 minute I could be talking to you about collectibles, and the next minute I could be talking to you about King Von. And the next minute I could be talking to you about um 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 something in the news. You know what I'm saying? And the next minute I could be showing you gaming footage that of me destroying stuff in Gambit in Destiny, and it'll be a gaming thing. I'm trying to put something out there that's not only not boxed in, that I'm trying to get everybody to understand that not only guys game now. See, like the man cave concept is what provides me with the other things that fit into the theme. Because even though it's a generalized theme, it's still a theme. Man cave makes me think about what do guys love to do. And most of those things I love also. All the three major sports in America, which I would say is baseball, football, and basketball, I love all three of them. Boxing, I love it. I love boxing. Collectibles, love them. Talking about social issues, love it. So, like I said, so y'all don't get blindsided. If you hear what I just said, you'll understand more. We diving into anything and everything important, anything and everything interesting. I want to treat you people like you're my friends that came over to my crib and we just politicking about stuff that I would politic with one of my friends about because it is important to us. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, big shout out to Abba and Preach, man. Give me 1 second, people. Take your hits from the bone. And another thing too, what's cool about Abba and Preach, and I want to thank them for this. They were the ones that let me know to respect this YouTube thing because you think that it's not that deep. You say certain things, and you, if you're looking at this as a job, then you need to not do foolish stuff. You need to do stuff is kosher because this is how you pay your rent. Now I seen this guy, I forget the name of their channel. Fresh and Fit. Now I believe it was Fresh. He says, "Oh, we don't need I don't need this channel. I got 6 million on deck." Now let me tell you something, homie. You know, not right now, but there was a time that I had a nice chunk of change stashed. I wasn't gonna tell nobody that, no matter what, not even to prove a point to YouTube. You think I'm gonna go on YouTube and say, like, I'll say, I could be okay without the channel, but I'm not gonna tell them the amount of bread to that degree. There's people out there that, like I said, I don't want to put it in people's heads, but for 6 mil, oh man, there's people will do a lot of things, bad things. So you might not want to quote your exact savings if it's true, you know. See, like that's something that I believe ABBA and Preach wouldn't do, and they would even point out the fact that they did it and they shouldn't have, you know. But respect this YouTube thing, man. Especially if you need it, and then it's funny because there's people out there that say they don't need it, and then when they get demonetized, they blow a gasket. I thought you didn't need it. Now I don't want to get demonetized ever, but you're talking to the guy, the real guy that would just go on with his life, you know. But he said he's not. He'll be fine without it. So, but then why when they demonetized you, you had a conniption for, and also if you're saying it's because you have employees, you should have thought about that when you said I got this much money, I'm good. Yeah, but apparently your employees aren't. So you doing what you did and messing things up, you can't say, "Oh, I care now because of my employees." You said that the amount of money you had stashed made you good, so you don't need this. You weren't thinking about them at that moment. Now, when the demonetization happens, you start saying, "Oh, my employees." But to be honest with you, if you were making 100, 200 grand a month, that's what you're missing. It ain't for your employees. I don't want to get on these people though too much, because I'm not really familiar with the Fresh and Fit channel, so I don't want to go into much about them. You know, um, I want to talk about stuff that I'm well versed in. The other day, I'm watching YouTube, and some kid flies over to Japan just to have multiple sexual interactions with women over there. And I'm like, this kid is bugging, right? But then he gets flamed. Y'all gotta know what flamed is. You know what I'm saying? He's like, ooh, it was hurting down there. Right? And the guy who's because it's a piece on the kid, it's not the kid himself. Somebody did a video reacting to his video, and he's like, this kid is a fool, you know? And no comment on that. He's young. I mean, like, real young. We talking about, like, he gotta be like 19, 20, 23, the most. So anyway, this kid's over there going, it's just crazy. If you want to check it out, it's called TikToker Tries to Become Passport Bro. I'll tell you right now, give me 1 second. TikToker tries to become a passport bro and Insta, and then it's got the dots afterwards. So, but yeah, if you type that in, you'll see what I'm talking about. You know, like I said, it's money possesses you like a exorcism type thing. I seen people get their hands on bread and just cold lose their mind. It'll change your behavior. It'll change you know, you might end up indulging in stuff and start looking crazy because the money is making you purchase stuff that's not good for you. Cut off your family. Greed makes you think everybody's after your money. Nobody cares about your friendship. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm gonna do a long piece on the industry, on both industries, Hollywood and the music industry, and I'm gonna involve everybody that has to do with doing slimy stuff over fame and fortune. You know, you know, I'm gonna talk about everybody: Will Smith, Oprah, Taraji, P. Diddy, Cat Williams, um, um, even Godfrey, Shannon Sharp, um, Monique. I mean, and the list goes on. The Fat Joe, Nelly, Ashanti, Irv Gotti drama, and the Fat Joe TA Big Pun Cuban Link drama. Like, it's so much going on. And then they're saying that Diddy might have done something to his ex-wife, you know, regarding her passing. The same thing they're saying with the lady, I forget her name. I believe her last name is White, and they're saying that the last person seen with her was Jay, which that don't mean that anything happened. But Trap Law Ross got a documentary saying the mysterious disappearance. Yo, God bless you, Matt Ritchie, man. You have a good day. I hope everything's good with you and yours. Sorry your phone's dying, man. Hope you get to a charger quick, brother. Much love. So, Trap Lord Ross got a documentary called I'm gonna tell y'all where to go for it. I'm gonna show you the thumbnail. Trap Lord Ross documentary Jay-Z. You know, I got it just in case they remove it. You know, like it's like, you know, that's how it be. Like Jay is that powerful, and especially if it's defamation. Like you could say goodbye to that, you know. But like, just in case it was solid, I kept it. All right, so look, guys, I'm gonna give y'all a glimpse of what's going on, and this is the one I stood away from a little bit, not because I'm scared, never that. No fear. Like no fear like them clothes white boys be wearing. I'm tougher than denim, lethal like venom and snake bites. The marijuana makes my eyes bright red like brake lights. They ain't a party I couldn't rock, believe this. They ain't a microphone brave enough to give me feedback. I'm strong, my word is born like James. Brothers be trying to test, but they weak like 7 days. MCs run away when I kick it. They act so chicken. They should come with a large drink and a biscuit. My style's radioactive, massive, atomic. I plan to push the earth in front of Haley's Comet, giving the facts of life down like Tootie. I'm raw like sushi with more vocab than 3 effing Fugees. So recognize or be hospitalized. Because lyrically on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm 25. Big shout out to cannabis. So, but yeah, no fear. Tougher than denim. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to cannabis, man. For all you guys that don't know, that's a verse from Buckingham Palace. One of the greatest songs ever made, and Cannabis is one of the best MCs ever also. So, but this is a little glimpse of the Trap Law Ross documentary. And if y'all want, y'all could go check it out. Let me see real quick if I want to catch the right screen to pause it on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. All right, look. This is what it's come to. They call P. Diddy the diddler. So at first it was just a play on words, right? But now they're calling him the diddler like the Riddler. And this is the Trap Law Ross documentary, if y'all want to check it out. The disturbing death of Jay-Z's mistress. Trap Law Ross. 1,220,000 views. And it was just posted 4 weeks ago. This is headed towards 100 million views or better. And the title again, The Disturbing Death of Jay-Z's Mistress. Whoa, we're getting a little crazy here. The disturbing death of Jay-Z's mistress. And there you go. Trap Law Ross. So what I was gonna say is and you know what too, let me show you this too, because this is probably kind of important. These are the disclaimers. All right, so yeah, he put up the copyright warnings first, but I started watching it, and I don't know. I don't know. Biggie Smalls is from Bedford Stuyvesant, means a lot to me. Jay-Z's from Bedford Stuyvesant, it means a lot to me. Fabulous is from Bedford Stuyvesant, it means a lot to me. Gizmo from Audio 2, Milk is chilling, Giz is chilling. They're from Halsey and Bedford Stuyvesant. It even matters with them. The Disc Masters, Your small time hustlers from Bed-Stuy mean something to me. You know, I think I don't do favoritism. I don't really side. Not even really. I don't side with people because of races and what community they're from, whatever. But I love Bedford Stuyvesant, and even though I showed you that you could watch his documentary, I'm not gonna like. I was about to tell you what the documentary made me think and everything like that. I'm not doing that. You know, I'm gonna show some love to the sty and keep my fingers crossed that Jay-Z's not the monster that they say he is. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully they got it wrong. And hopefully he can vindicate himself and come out and be like, y'all are a bunch of bozos. Look at what you almost made happen to me. Because y'all want to speculate and believe your own speculations. And like I said, I've been on here, talking or whatever, but I've been trying to do it a little different. And it is what it is, man. It's your boy Spankdog. I'm gonna let you go. This is one of my longer lives. Usually I'll do like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, but as you can see, this was a little more important to me. Hence the long live, the longer live. I know people that do 6 hour lives. So, but anyway, it's your boy Spankdog, aka Puffinstein. Big shout out to Bushwick. Big shout out to Bed-Stuy. Big shout out to Ridgewood, Queens. You already know. Big Brooklyn shit.